How to Win Every Day. The Routine of Success, written and published by Vox Reads. Introduction. Every day gives you a choice. You can move forward with purpose, or you can drift through the hours without direction. The routine you follow determines which path you take. This book is here to help you choose the path of purpose. Not once in a while, not only on your best days, but every single day. How to Win Every Day is a guide to building a routine that works in real life. A routine that fits your schedule. A routine that strengthens your mind. A routine that helps you grow in small but powerful steps. You will discover how simple actions shape your mornings. How small wins build confidence. How clear focus protects your time. And how a calm evening resets your mind for the next day. Nothing in this book is complicated. Nothing requires perfect discipline. You only need a willingness to begin. One small step. One simple habit. One decision to improve your day. As you listen, you will learn methods you can use right away. You will hear ideas that lift your energy and sharpen your focus. You will explore routines that help you stay consistent, even on hard days. This book is more than a plan. It is a promise. When you shape your routine, you shape your future. When you win the day, you win your life. So take a deep breath, set your intention, and let us begin your journey toward a stronger, clearer, and more successful you. Welcome to How to Win Every Day. Chapter 1. Start with a clear morning. A clear morning is more than a moment. It is a message you send to yourself. You decide how you will show up. You choose how the day will begin. And that choice shapes everything that follows. Many people wake up and step straight into noise. They reach for their phones. They scroll through messages. They feel pulled in different directions before they even stand up. The day rushes at them, and they react to it instead of guiding it. When this becomes a pattern, the morning loses its power. A clear morning brings that power back. It is not about a strict ritual. It is not about being perfect. It is about giving yourself a clean starting point. A moment of space. A moment to breathe, think, and set the direction for your day. Think of a painter standing before a blank canvas. Before the first brush stroke, the artist pauses. They visualize what they want to create. They take a slow breath and find their focus. Your morning works the same way. You cannot paint a meaningful day on a cluttered canvas. To start your day with clarity, begin with something simple. Sit up slowly. Place your feet on the floor. Take one steady breath. Tell yourself, today matters. This short pause signals your mind that you are in control. You are not rushing. You are choosing. Let me share a story. A young entrepreneur once told me that he used to wake up at the last possible minute. He jumped out of bed, grabbed whatever he could find and ran out the door. He spent most mornings feeling stressed and unprepared. As his business grew, so did the pressure. One day he realized that his mornings were setting him up to lose the day before it even began. So he made one small change. He woke up 20 minutes earlier. Not to work, not to check messages, but to sit in silence. He would breathe. He would think about the day ahead. He would choose one thing to do well. Within a month, everything felt different. His stress dropped. His decisions improved. His confidence grew. He said, "I stopped waking up to problems. I started waking up to purpose." That is the strength of a clear morning. Once you have your moment of calm, the next step is direction. A clear morning needs a simple question. What is the one thing I want to do well today? This question does more than organize your time. It focuses your energy. It reduces confusion. It reminds you that you do not need to win the whole world in a single day. You only need to win one thing at a time. Some people choose a task, some choose a mindset, some choose a behavior. The choice is personal. The goal is clarity, not pressure. A parent may decide, today I will be patient. A student may decide, today I will give 100% to my studies. A leader may decide, today I will encourage someone who needs support. When you choose your focus early, you build a strong mental compass. It guides you even when the day becomes busy or challenging. Another important part of a clear morning is movement. Not a long workout, just a small shift in your body. Stretch your arms, take a short walk, drink a glass of water. This tells your body that the day has begun. Your energy rises, your thoughts sharpen, your mood becomes lighter. This simple act creates momentum, and momentum is the hidden engine of a successful day. As your morning flows, avoid the temptation to rush into the noise of the world. Your phone can wait. Social media can wait. The world can wait a few more minutes. Give yourself the gift of clarity before you step into the demands of others. You will feel stronger. You will feel more centered. You will feel ready. A clear morning does not require special tools. It requires intention. It requires awareness. It requires a gentle promise to yourself. A promise that says, I will start strong. I will start focused. I will start clear. When you practice this consistently, something remarkable happens. You no longer wake up and drift. You rise with purpose. Your mornings become predictable in the best way. Your days become more stable. Your life becomes more deliberate. You begin to win the day before the day even starts. This is the foundation of success. Not speed, not perfection. Clarity. Tomorrow morning, take a moment for yourself. Sit up, breathe, choose your direction, move your body, protect your peace, and step into the day with confidence and calm. This is how you start with a clear morning. This is how you begin to win every day. Chapter 2. Build a routine that works. A routine is not a prison. It is a path that guides you toward the life you want to build. When you create a routine that works, you take control of your time instead of letting time control you. Many people struggle with routines because they try to build something too big. They imagine long schedules, strict rules and endless lists. They start strong for 1 or 2 days, then feel overwhelmed and stop. The problem is not discipline. The problem is design. A routine should support your life, not exhaust it. A routine that works is simple. It is flexible. It adapts to your real day. It gives you structure without pressure, and it helps you grow without forcing you to do more than you can handle. Imagine a builder constructing a house. They do not begin with the roof. They do not rush to finish walls before laying the foundation. They take one steady step at a time. Your routine follows the same principle. You build it layer by layer. Each layer gives strength to the next. The first layer is awareness. You must understand how your days actually go, not how you wish they went, not how you pretend they go, but how they truly unfold. Think about your mornings, your work hours, your breaks, your evenings and your nights. Ask yourself simple questions. When do I have the most energy? When do I feel distracted? What activities are draining me? What habits help me feel stronger? This honest awareness gives you a clear starting point. The second layer is intention. A routine that works must have a purpose. Not 10 purposes. Not 20 goals. Just a few clear intentions. You might want more focus. You might want better health. You might want more peace, more productivity, or more confidence. Choose the intentions that matter most to you. A routine without intention is just a list of tasks. A routine with intention becomes a system for success. The third layer is design. This is where you choose simple actions you can repeat every day. Not heavy tasks, not complicated steps. Simple actions that create steady progress. For example, 5 minutes of planning, 10 minutes of reading, a short walk, a moment of reflection, a small cleanup of your workspace. These actions may look small, but repeated daily they shape powerful results. To understand how small actions build a strong routine, let me share a real example. A teacher once decided she wanted to feel more centered before entering her classroom. Her mornings were busy. Her students were energetic. She felt rushed before she even greeted them. She tried long morning routines but could not keep them. So she simplified everything. She chose one action. She would arrive 5 minutes early. She would sit at her desk. She would take one deep breath. She would review her first lesson. That was it. 5 minutes. Within a week her mornings felt lighter. Within a month her teaching days felt calmer. Her routine did not change her schedule. It changed her mindset. One simple action became her anchor. Your routine needs anchors too. These are small habits that ground your day. They give you stability when life becomes busy or unpredictable. Anchors do not require willpower. They rely on repetition. The more you repeat them, the easier they become. Another important part of designing a routine is flexibility. Life changes. Schedules shift. Unexpected events appear without warning. If your routine is too rigid, it will break the moment something unusual happens. A routine that works can bend without falling apart. Think of it like a tree. A strong tree bends with the wind, but its roots hold steady. Your anchors are your roots. Your flexibility is your strength. To make your routine easier to follow, group your habits into time blocks. A morning block, a work block, an evening block, a night block. Each block has its own purpose. This structure helps you understand where each habit belongs. It also prevents your routine from feeling scattered. For example, your morning block may include setting your intention, preparing your space, and taking a small step toward your main goal. Your work block may include focused time, short breaks, and moments of review. Your evening block may include reflection, movement, and preparation for tomorrow. Your night block may include quiet time and habits that help you rest. These blocks create rhythm, and rhythm creates consistency. Consistency is what turns small habits into meaningful change. Another key part of building a routine that works is removing friction. Friction is anything that makes a habit harder than it should be. If your workout gear is buried in a closet, you are less likely to exercise. If your desk is cluttered, you are less likely to work with focus. If your phone is full of notifications, you are less likely to stay calm. Reduce friction by making good habits easy. Place things where you need them. Prepare your space. Remove distractions before they distract you. Finally, your routine must feel like support, not pressure. It should help you move through the day with clarity and confidence. It should make your life easier, not heavier. And it should remind you that progress happens through steady steps, not sudden leaps. A routine that works is personal. It is intentional. It is flexible. It is simple. And once it becomes part of your life, it quietly guides you towards success, one day at a time. When you design a routine that supports your goals, you build the structure for a stronger future. You create order where there was once chaos. You create momentum where there was once hesitation. You create confidence where there was once doubt. This is how you build a routine that works. A routine you can trust. A routine that carries you forward. When you follow it, you do not just go through the day, you grow through the day. Chapter 3. Make your first hour count. The first hour of your day is the engine that drives everything that follows. It can lift your energy. It can sharpen your mind. It can set a strong rhythm that carries you from morning to night. When you make this hour count, you begin the day with momentum instead of stress. Think of the first hour as a doorway. Once you step through it, you enter the rest of your day. If you step through calmly and with intention, the day feels organized and steady. If you step through in a rush, the day feels scattered before it even begins. This hour is not a race. It is an opportunity, a chance to design the tone of your day. Many people underestimate this hour because it feels small, but small windows create powerful effects. Imagine a ship leaving a harbor. If the captain adjusts the direction by even 1 degree, the ship reaches a completely different destination. Your first hour works the same way. A small shift at the beginning creates a major difference by the end. One reason the first hour is so important is the state of your mind. When you wake up, your mind is open. It is quiet. It listens more. It absorbs more. Your thoughts are easier to shape because your mental world has not been crowded yet. This gives you a chance to choose how you want to think and feel before the world begins to influence you. To make your first hour count, begin with a moment of awareness. This does not need to be long. Sit up slowly. Place your feet on the floor. Take one calm breath. Feel the weight of the new day. Feel grateful for the chance to begin again. This short moment creates a sense of control and presence. After awareness comes clarity. Ask yourself a simple question. What matters most today? This question acts like a compass. It points your mind toward your priority. It protects you from spending your energy on things that do not matter. It helps you focus your attention where it counts. Let me share a story that shows the power of this simple step. A young software developer I once met used to wake up and jump straight into work. He opened his laptop before he brushed his teeth. He answered emails before he ate breakfast. By noon he felt burnt out. By evening he felt empty. One morning, exhausted, he decided to pause for just 1 minute before starting work. He asked himself what mattered most that day. He wrote down one line. He closed the notebook and went on with his morning. Within a few days everything felt different. His work became more organized. His stress decreased. His evenings became lighter. He said, "I stopped drowning in tasks. I started swimming toward what mattered." That change began in the first hour. Another powerful part of this hour is movement. Your body has been still for many hours. It needs gentle motion to wake up fully. You do not need a long workout or intense exercise. A light stretch, a short walk, a few minutes of slow movement. These simple actions increase blood flow. They lift your energy. They clear your mind. They help you feel alive and ready. Your environment also plays a big role in this hour. A cluttered space leads to a cluttered mind. A clean space helps your thoughts flow freely. Spend a moment preparing your environment. Open a window. Let in fresh air. Clear your workspace. Make your morning feel open and welcoming. Your environment becomes your support system. One more key part of the first hour is creating a mental anchor. This is something that grounds you. It could be reading a page from a book, writing a short note to yourself, listening to something uplifting, or simply sitting in silence for a moment. An anchor brings stability. It keeps your mind steady when the day becomes busy. To help you structure your first hour, break it into 4 simple parts: awareness, clarity, movement, preparation. Awareness brings presence. Clarity sets direction. Movement awakens your body. Preparation gets you ready for the tasks ahead. These 4 steps do not take long. You can complete them in 15 minutes or stretch them into a full hour. You are not trying to complete a checklist. You are shaping your state of mind. As you practice this, you will notice something powerful. You begin to feel more in control. You begin to feel less overwhelmed. Challenges feel smaller because you start the day from a place of strength. Your mind feels sharper. Your decisions feel easier. Your energy lasts longer. When you make your first hour count, you begin to win your day before the day even begins. You build momentum. You build confidence. You build consistency. These small steps become a habit, and that habit becomes part of who you are. Success does not come from rushing through your mornings. Success comes from directing them, shaping them, honoring them as the foundation of your day. This is the power of the first hour. Treat it with intention and it will reward you with clarity, focus and strength. When you master the first hour, you master the direction of your day. And when you master the direction of your day, you begin to master your life. Chapter 4. Master the power of small wins. Success rarely arrives in one big moment. It comes through small steps that seem simple at first. Steps that often go unnoticed. Steps that slowly build strength, discipline and confidence. This is the power of small wins. They may look ordinary, but they create extraordinary change over time. Many people wait for motivation before they take action. They imagine a future moment when everything feels perfect, when the timing is right, when the energy is high, when the path feels easy. But motivation fades. Excitement rises and falls. Waiting for the perfect moment is the fastest way to stay stuck. Small wins give you something better than motivation. They give you momentum. Momentum carries you forward even when the day is busy, stressful, or unpredictable. It keeps you moving with steady, controlled force. One small win leads to another, and another, and another. Soon you are moving toward your goals without relying on willpower alone. A small win is anything you can complete today with your current energy. It does not need to be impressive. It does not need to be complicated. It simply needs to move you forward. Reading 1 page, making 1 phone call, cleaning 1 corner of your room, drinking 1 glass of water, writing 1 paragraph. These actions seem light, but they carry weight, because you finished them. Completion creates confidence. Let me share a story. A man once decided to get back in shape. He bought shoes, planned workouts, and promised himself big changes. But every time he thought about exercising for an hour, he avoided it. One evening, frustrated, he decided to take a different approach. He told himself he would do just 5 minutes of exercise. Not an hour, not even 30 minutes. Just 5. He did his 5 minutes. The next day he did 5 more. Within 2 weeks 5 minutes became 10. Then 15. Then 30. He said, "I stopped trying to change my life in one day. I focused on changing one moment." His small wins built a healthy habit. That habit changed his life. Small wins matter because your brain responds to completion. When you finish something, your mind releases a small spark of satisfaction. This spark reinforces your behavior. It makes you want to continue. When you complete tiny actions again and again, you train your mind to see progress as natural. You start to believe that you can succeed. Belief fuels action. Action creates results. Another reason small wins are powerful is that they break the weight of big goals. Large goals often feel intimidating. They can feel too far away, too heavy, too overwhelming. But when you break them into small steps, you create a clear path. The goal no longer feels impossible. It becomes a series of small manageable victories. Let's take another example. A woman wanted to write a book. The thought of writing hundreds of pages scared her. Every time she sat down, she froze. So she changed her approach. She set a simple rule. Each day she would write one paragraph. That was her win. One paragraph a day. Some days she wrote more. Some days she wrote only that one paragraph. But she stayed consistent. After a year, her book was finished. Not because she forced herself to write large sections at once, but because she honored her small wins. Her book became a collection of steady steps. To make small wins part of your daily routine, start with clarity. Choose one small action that supports your main goal. Keep it simple. Keep it realistic. You are not trying to impress anyone. You are trying to build momentum. Then make your win visible. Write it down. Check it off when you complete it. Celebrate the moment, even if the action took only a minute. You are training your mind to respect progress. It is also important to understand that small wins compound. Compounding is the quiet growth that happens when small actions mix with time. A single drop of water seems weak, but drops that fall again and again can carve through stone. Small wins work the same way. They reshape your habits. They strengthen your discipline. They change your identity over time. As you practice small wins daily, you notice something powerful. You become a person who finishes what you start. You become a person who improves a little each day. You become a person who trusts yourself. And that trust is priceless. Small wins also protect you on difficult days. Not every day will be full of energy or creativity. Some days will be heavy. Some days will be stressful. But even on those days you can complete a small win. And that small win keeps your momentum from collapsing. It keeps the door open for tomorrow. It keeps you moving forward. A small win is not about the size of the action. It is about the size of the impact. It keeps you growing. It keeps you consistent. It keeps you connected to your goals. This is how people create lasting success. Not through sudden leaps. Not through rare bursts of inspiration. But through steady, simple actions that build a strong foundation. Master the power of small wins, and you will transform the way you approach your goals. You will begin to see progress everywhere. You will feel more confident. You will feel more capable. And you will discover that success becomes easier when you stop trying to win the whole day at once. Win one small moment, then another. That is how you win the day. That is how you win your life. Chapter 5. Protect your focus. Focus is one of your greatest strengths. It allows you to do deep work. It helps you make clear decisions. It gives you the power to finish what you start. But focus is also fragile. It can disappear. With one distraction, one notification, or one moment of pressure. To win your day, you must protect your focus, the same way you protect your time and your energy. In today's world, distractions compete for your attention every second. Your phone lights up. Your mind wanders. Your environment interrupts you. Even your own thoughts pull you away from what matters. Focus is no longer automatic. It must be built and defended. The first step to protecting your focus is recognizing how attention works. Your mind is not designed to switch rapidly between tasks. Each time you jump from one thing to another, you lose mental strength. You lose clarity. you lose time. Your mind becomes scattered, and your work becomes shallow. Focus gives you depth. Distraction takes it away. Think of a magnifying glass. When the light is scattered, nothing burns. But when the light is concentrated, it becomes powerful enough to ignite a flame. Your mind works the same way. When your attention spreads across too many tasks, you lose power. When you aim your focus at one task, you create results. To protect your focus, begin with a simple habit. Limit your inputs early in the day. Your mind is most open in the morning. This openness can help you grow, but it can also pull you into noise. Avoid rushing into messages, notifications, or social media right after waking. Give your mind space to stay clear and calm. This quiet protects your focus before the day begins. Next, identify your high focus hours. These are the times when your mind is naturally sharper. Some people focus best in the early morning. Some focus well in the afternoon. Some feel strongest in the evening. Pay attention to your rhythm. Use your best hours for your most important work. Protect that time fiercely. To help you stay focused, create what I call a focus zone. This is a period of time when you choose one task and commit to it fully. No switching, no multitasking, no rushing to check something else. A focus zone can last 20 minutes or 60 minutes. Choose a length that feels realistic. The goal is not to work longer. The goal is to work deeper. Let me share a story that shows the power of this idea. A college student once came to me feeling overwhelmed. She said she studied for hours but learned very little. Her mind jumped from texting to assignments to videos and back again. She felt busy but made no progress. I told her to try a new method. She would study for just 20 minutes with no distractions, no phone, no music with lyrics, no multitasking. Just 20 minutes. She tried it. Then she repeated it. Within a week she finished her work faster. Her grades improved. She said, "I stopped studying more. I started studying with focus." Her results came from depth, not time. To protect your focus, you must also protect your environment. Your surroundings influence your mind more than you realize. A cluttered space creates mental noise. A clean space brings clarity. Take 1 minute to tidy your desk before you begin. Important work. This small action sets the stage for clear thinking. Another important part of protecting your focus is managing your digital world. Your devices are designed to pull your attention. This is why you must take control of them. Turn off non-essential notifications. Place your phone in another room during deep work. Use Do Not Disturb mode when you need calm. These small steps create a quiet space for your mind. One powerful technique is what I call the single target rule. Choose one target for your focus zone. Do not worry about finishing everything. Choose one task and commit to it with your full attention. When you finish, choose the next one. Focus on the target in front of you, not the entire list. This reduces stress and increases productivity. Your mind also needs breaks to protect its strength. Focus is like a muscle. It works well when you rest it at the right times. Take short pauses between focus zones. Stand up, stretch, drink water, look away from your screen. These small breaks refresh your mental energy and help you stay sharp. Another key part of focus is protecting your internal world. Your thoughts can distract you just as much as your environment. When your mind jumps to worries or unfinished tasks, pause and breathe. Tell yourself, "I will return to that later." You do not need to chase every thought. You only need to guide your attention back to the present moment. As you learn to protect your focus, you will notice a shift inside yourself. Your work becomes deeper. Your decisions become clearer. You feel more capable and more confident. You accomplish more in less time. Your stress decreases because your mind is no longer split. You begin to experience the strength of sustained attention. Protecting your focus is not about becoming perfect. It is about becoming intentional. It is about choosing where your mind goes instead of letting the world choose for you. When you defend your attention, you defend your power. You protect your time, your purpose, and your potential. Focus is the gateway to mastery. Protect it, and you will see progress in every part of your life. Your mind becomes sharper. Your days become smoother. Your goals become achievable. When you protect your focus, you protect your future. Chapter 6. Move your body and lift your mind. Your body and your mind are deeply connected. When your body moves, your mind wakes up. Your energy rises. Your thinking becomes clearer. Your mood becomes lighter. Movement is not only physical, it is mental. It lifts the weight of stress and sharpens your ability to face the day. Many people believe they need long workouts or extreme routines to feel better, but true daily movement is much simpler. It is the act of waking your body with intention. It is the choice to activate your muscles and breathe deeply. It is the decision to give your mind the support it needs to perform at its best. Your body is built to move. When you sit for long hours, your energy drops. Your thoughts slow down. Your motivation fades. This is not a sign of weakness. It is how the human body works. Movement restores what stillness drains. Think of a river. When the water flows, it stays fresh. When the water stands still, it becomes cloudy. Your energy works the same way. Movement keeps your energy fresh and alive. To understand the power of movement, let me share a story. A writer I once met struggled with creativity. He sat for hours trying to force ideas, but his mind felt blocked. He felt frustrated and discouraged. One morning, instead of pushing through the resistance, he decided to take a short walk. Just 10 minutes. He walked slowly, listening to the sound of his steps. When he returned, a new idea appeared in his mind almost instantly. He said, "My body moved first, then my thoughts followed." His creativity didn't come from trying harder. It came from giving his mind room to breathe through movement. This is why movement is a powerful tool. It creates space inside your mind. It loosens the tension you carry. It opens the door for clarity. Your movement does not need to be complicated. You can stretch your arms. You can roll your shoulders. You can stand and walk to the next room. You can breathe deeply for 1 minute. Small movements create big shifts. In fact, the most effective routines are simple and repeatable. A short morning stretch. A 5-minute walk after lunch. A few moments of light breathing before bed. These actions are easy to maintain, and they help your mind stay balanced. Another key benefit of movement is that it breaks mental fog. When your mind feels heavy, it's often a sign that your body needs motion. Movement boosts your circulation and increases oxygen flow. Your brain becomes more alert. Ideas flow more easily. Problems feel easier to solve. This is why many successful people include some form of movement in their daily routine. Not because they want perfect bodies, but because they want clear, strong minds. Consider another example. A busy manager once told me she felt exhausted halfway through every day. She stayed at her desk for hours, hoping to save time. But the longer she sat, the more drained she felt. I suggested she take a 2-minute break every hour. She would stand up, stretch her back, roll her neck, take 5 calm breaths. She tried it. After a week she felt more focused and less tired. Her productivity increased because her mind and body were no longer fighting each other. She said, "I used to power through my fatigue. Now I move through it." Movement also improves your emotional state. When your body moves, your brain releases natural chemicals that reduce stress and increase positivity. This is why a slow walk can lift your spirits. Why stretching can release pressure in your chest. Why breathing deeply can calm your thoughts. Your body carries emotional tension, and movement helps release it. Another powerful part of movement is awareness. When you move your body with intention, you become more present. You feel grounded. You feel connected to the moment. You step out of the rush of thoughts and into a calmer state. This presence strengthens your focus and your confidence. To make movement a natural part of your day, create simple anchors. Stretch when you wake up. Walk during breaks. Move gently before important work. Take a slow breath when you feel overwhelmed. These anchors keep your energy flowing. You can also use movement to reset your day. If you feel stuck, move. If you feel stressed, move. If you feel tired, move. Movement breaks negative patterns and gives your mind a chance to start fresh. Remember, movement is not about intensity. It is about consistency. You do not need perfection. You do not need long workouts. You only need to give your body what it naturally craves. Simple motion, steady breathing, gentle activation. As you make movement a habit, you will notice a shift in your daily life. Your mornings feel lighter. Your focus becomes sharper. Your emotions become more stable. Your stress becomes easier to manage. You begin to move through your day with more strength and clarity. When you move your body, you lift your mind. You create space for new thoughts. You create energy for new actions. You create balance in a world full of pressure. Make movement a part of your daily rhythm. Let it support you. Let it energize you. Let it guide your mind toward a stronger, calmer, and more focused life. This is the power of movement. This is how you lift your mind by moving your body. Chapter 7. Feed your mind with purpose. Your mind is always absorbing information. Every word you hear, every image you see, every story you repeat to yourself, all of it shapes your thoughts, your mood, your decisions, and your future. This is why feeding your mind with purpose is one of the most powerful habits you can build. Your mind becomes what you give it. Most people understand the importance of nutrition for the body. They know that food fuels health, energy, and strength. But few people think about the nutrition of the mind. Your mental diet is equally important. What you consume mentally becomes the foundation of your beliefs, your actions, and your level of confidence. If you feed your mind negativity, you will think negatively. If you feed your mind fear, you will hesitate. If you feed your mind distractions, you will lose focus. But if you feed your mind with purpose, you grow in clarity, courage, and direction. Purposeful input is not only about what you read or listen to. It is about the environment you choose, the conversations you allow, the ideas you hold, the stories you tell yourself when no one is around. To illustrate the power of purposeful input, let me share a story. A young designer once struggled with self-doubt. Every time he started a project, he questioned his talent. He replayed old failures in his head. He compared himself to others and felt small. Then something changed. He began listening to one inspiring message every morning. Sometimes it was a chapter from a book. Sometimes it was a motivational speech. Sometimes it was an uplifting conversation with a mentor. Within a few months his confidence grew, not because he suddenly gained new skills, but because he changed what he fed his mind. He said, "When my thoughts changed, my work changed." His outer world began to reflect his inner world. This is the effect of purposeful input. Your mind rises to the level of the ideas you give it. To feed your mind with purpose, start by choosing what you consume. You do not need hours of reading. Even a few minutes of intentional content can shift your mindset. Read a short passage that inspires you. Listen to a message that teaches you something useful. Reflect on a quote that strengthens your perspective. These small inputs create mental strength. You can also feed your mind by choosing your influences wisely. People influence you more than you realize. Some people bring clarity, some bring confusion, some bring courage, some bring doubt. This does not mean removing people from your life. It means choosing who you allow into your mental space. Choose people who help you grow. Choose conversations that lift your thinking. Choose relationships that reinforce your purpose. Another powerful tool for feeding your mind is learning. Learning keeps your mind active. It keeps you curious. It keeps you moving forward. You do not need expensive courses or long study sessions. You can learn through books, podcasts, tutorials, or simple observations. Even one new idea a day can open new doors in your thinking. Purposeful input also includes the stories you tell yourself. Your self-talk shapes your attitude. If you speak to yourself with doubt, your confidence weakens. If you speak with patience and strength, your confidence rises. Be aware of your inner voice. Correct it when it becomes harsh. Guide it when it loses direction. Encourage it when it feels tired. Your inner voice should support your growth, not block it. To make this habit practical, build simple routines. Choose a morning input that sets a positive tone. Choose an afternoon input that brings clarity. Choose an evening input that encourages reflection. These small moments feed your mind and help you maintain purpose throughout the day. Let me share another example. A business owner once told me she felt overwhelmed by stress. Every day she consumed fearful news, negative opinions, and constant complaints. Her mood suffered. Her decisions suffered. Her confidence suffered. One day she replaced her morning news with 15 minutes of reading. She replaced her lunchtime scrolling with a short educational video. She replaced late-night worry with a simple gratitude practice. These small changes transformed her mental environment. She said, "I didn't change the world around me. I changed the world inside me." Her purpose grew stronger because her mind grew stronger. Feeding your mind with purpose also means reducing mental junk. Just as your body feels heavy after unhealthy food, your mind feels heavy after consuming negativity. Limit content that drains you. Limit conversations that leave you anxious. Limit distractions that fill your mind with noise. Protect your mental space as you would protect something valuable. Purposeful input gives you clarity. It gives you courage. It gives you direction. It helps you see possibilities where others see problems. It guides you toward better choices, better habits, and better days. As you feed your mind with purpose, you will notice a shift. Your thoughts become stronger. Your confidence becomes steadier. Your decisions become wiser. Your goals feel more attainable because your mindset supports them. You begin to think with intention. You begin to act with purpose. You begin to grow from the inside out. Your mind is the foundation of your success. Feed it consciously. Feed it wisely. Feed it with purpose. When you nourish your mind, you nourish your future. Chapter 8. Use your evenings to reset. Evenings are often overlooked. People think the day is already done. They believe the most important work happens in the morning or during busy hours. But your evening carries a quiet power. It can either leave you drained or help you reset your mind for a stronger tomorrow. A reset does not require a strict schedule. It is not about doing more tasks. It is about releasing the stress of the day, restoring your energy and preparing your mind for a clean start. Your evening is the bridge between effort and renewal. It is where you let go. It is where you recover. It is where you prepare for the next step in your journey. Many people carry the tension of the day into the night. They replay conversations in their mind. They think about unfinished tasks. They worry about tomorrow before it even begins. This mental load does not disappear on its own. It follows them into the morning and steals the clarity they need. An evening reset breaks that cycle. To begin your reset, start with a pause. Sit quietly for a moment. Take a slow breath. Let your mind settle. This pause creates space between your busy day and your restful night. It signals your brain that it is time to shift into a calmer state. Once you create this pause, move into reflection. Reflection does not mean judging yourself or reliving your mistakes. It means observing your day with honesty and kindness. Ask yourself simple questions. What went well today? What challenged me? What did I learn? These questions help you understand your day instead of carrying the weight of it. Let me share a story to show the power of evening reflection. A young employee once struggled to sleep at night. Her mind raced with thoughts about work. She replayed every mistake. She worried about the next day. She felt trapped in her own thoughts. One night she wrote down 3 things she did well. Then she wrote 1 thing she could improve. This took only a few minutes. But something shifted. Her mind relaxed because she had already processed her day. Within a week her sleep improved. Her mornings felt calmer. She said, "I stopped carrying the day into the night. I let it go." That is the power of reflection. Another part of your evening reset is preparation. Preparation is not about planning every detail. It is about giving tomorrow a smoother start. Lay out your clothes. Prepare your workspace. Choose one main task for the next day. These small steps reduce morning stress. You wake up feeling ready instead of rushed. Preparation also helps your mind rest. When your plan is clear, your thoughts settle. You do not need to hold tomorrow in your head. You place it on paper and release the burden. Along with reflection and preparation, your body needs a signal that the day is ending. This is where an evening wind down becomes powerful. Your body responds to simple routines. A warm shower, a few minutes of stretching, soft lighting, quiet music, slow breathing. These cues tell your nervous system to shift into a calmer mode. Some people find peace in reading. Some find peace in journaling. Some find peace in sitting quietly with a cup of warm tea. There is no correct method. Choose what helps your body slow down. Choose what brings you comfort and relaxation. Another important part of the evening reset is reducing noise. Not just physical noise, mental noise. The noise that comes from screens, notifications, loud conversations, and endless scrolling. Your mind needs quiet to recover. Turn off devices a little earlier. Step away from social media. Give your mind a chance to rest without stimulation. You will feel the difference immediately. Let me share another example. A business owner told me he felt exhausted every night but couldn't sleep deeply. He ended each day by reading emails, checking messages, and catching up on news. His mind stayed wired. He decided to stop screen use 1 hour before bed. He replaced it with a simple routine: stretching, reading, and breathing. Within 2 weeks he woke up feeling rested for the first time in years. He said, My evenings went from chaos to calm. His reset routine gave him back his energy. Emotionally, evenings are also a chance to release pressure. You can let go of the day's frustrations. You can forgive yourself for mistakes. You can be patient with the parts of the day that felt heavy. This emotional release is not weakness. It is strength. It frees space inside your mind so you can grow again tomorrow. Your evening reset is also a chance to reconnect with yourself and with others. Share a meal. Talk with someone you care about. Spend time in quiet companionship. These moments bring balance to your day. They remind you that your life is more than tasks and responsibilities. It is also connection, joy, and presence. As you make evening resets a habit, you will notice something powerful. You wake up calmer. Your mornings feel easier. Your thoughts feel clearer. Your energy rises faster. You no longer carry yesterday into today. Instead, you start each morning with a clean slate. An evening reset is not about perfection. It is about intention. It is about caring for your mind. It is about giving yourself the space to breathe, release, and begin again. When you use your evenings to reset, you protect your mental health. You strengthen your focus. You deepen your clarity. And you build the foundation for consistent success. The day ends, but your growth continues. Reset tonight. Rise stronger tomorrow. Chapter 9. Stay consistent through hard days. Hard days are a part of every journey. They come without warning. They interrupt your plans. They slow your pace. And sometimes they test your patience more than your strength. But the measure of true progress is not how well you perform on your best days. It is how well you stay consistent on your difficult ones. Consistency on hard days does not mean pushing yourself beyond your limits. It does not mean pretending you feel strong when you don't. It means choosing small actions that keep you moving forward even when your energy is low. It means staying connected to your routine in a gentle, realistic way. It means refusing to give up, even if you slow down. Anyone can be disciplined when life is smooth. But consistency earns its real value when life becomes heavy. Hard days show up in many forms. A stressful job, a family challenge, a sudden setback, a disappointing result, a lack of motivation for reasons you cannot explain. These moments are natural. They happen to everyone. There is nothing wrong with you for having them. What matters is how you respond to them. To stay consistent, begin with acceptance. Accept that hard days happen. Accept that they do not define your progress. Accept that slowing down is not failure. Acceptance helps you release pressure and focus on what you can do instead of fighting what you cannot control. Let me share a story that illustrates this. A young athlete once trained with incredible discipline. Every day he pushed himself, always aiming for perfection. But when he faced a difficult week filled with personal problems, he felt defeated. He skipped practice. He lost momentum. He blamed himself for slipping. His coach noticed and said, "You do not need perfection on hard days. You need presence. Just show up." So he changed his approach. On his hardest days he did short sessions instead of long ones. He focused on simple drills instead of complex routines. He stayed connected to the habit. He did not quit. Over time he became stronger. Not because he avoided hard days, but because he learned how to move through them. This is the heart of consistency. Show up in small ways. Stay engaged in simple ways. Keep the door open for progress. When you face a tough day, choose one small action that keeps you aligned with your goals. If you can't exercise for 30 minutes, stretch for 3. If you can't read a full chapter, read one paragraph. If you can't plan your entire day, write down one priority. These small actions may seem insignificant, but they protect your momentum. They remind you that you are still in motion. You are still committed. You are still growing. Another powerful strategy is lowering the bar without lowering the standard. Your standard is your commitment to growth. Your bar is the size of the action you take. On easy days the bar can be high. On hard days the bar can be low. But the standard remains the same. You show up. You do something. You keep going. This approach prevents guilt, frustration, and the feeling of falling behind. It keeps your routine alive until your strength returns. Another tool for staying consistent is self-compassion. People often treat themselves harshly when they struggle. They criticize. They judge. They expect perfection. But hard days require kindness, not pressure. Self-compassion keeps you steady. It gives your mind the space it needs to recover. It allows you to continue without breaking. Think of how you would treat a friend who is having a rough day. You would not demand perfection. You would offer support. You would encourage them to take small steps. Treat yourself the same way. Your environment also plays a key role. When your surroundings support your routine, it becomes easier to stay consistent during tough times. Keep your tools ready. Keep your space simple. Keep reminders visible. Make it easy for yourself to take action, even when your mind feels heavy. Another powerful habit for hard days is grounding. Grounding helps you stabilize your emotions and regain focus. You can ground yourself by taking a slow breath, by sitting quietly for a moment, by drinking a glass of water, by stepping outside for fresh air. These simple acts bring your mind back to the present and reduce the weight of overwhelm. One more important reminder: hard days do not erase your progress. They are part of the process. Growth is not a straight line. It moves in waves. It rises and falls. What matters is your direction, not your speed. Let me share another story. A small business owner once told me she felt like quitting because of one terrible month. Sales dropped. Stress rose. Her motivation faded. But she made one decision each day to keep going. One call, one message, one small improvement. At the end of the month she said, "I didn't grow fast, but I didn't stop." The next month was stronger because she stayed consistent through the hard one. This principle applies to every part of life. Success belongs to those who remain steady, not to those who never struggle. When you stay consistent through hard days, you develop resilience. Resilience makes you stronger. It builds trust in yourself. It shows you that you can keep going even when the path is rough. Hard days teach you patience. They teach you courage. They teach you discipline. They teach you the difference between enthusiasm and commitment. Commitment is what carries you forward. As you practice this mindset, you will notice a shift. Your hard days will feel less overwhelming. Your mood will recover faster. Your routines will feel more natural. You will begin to see yourself as someone who is strong enough to continue, even at a slower pace. And that is real strength. That is real progress. That is real success. Stay consistent through hard days. Show up in small ways. Give yourself grace. And remember that every step forward, no matter how small, keeps you moving toward a better life. Chapter 10. Build a life you are proud of. A successful life is not built in one moment. It is shaped through daily choices, steady habits, and the quiet decisions you make when no one is watching. To build a life you are proud of, you must become intentional about the way you live, the way you grow, and the way you show up every day. A proud life is not a perfect life. It is a meaningful one. A life where you feel aligned with your values. A life where your actions match your purpose. A life where you wake up with clarity and go to bed with peace. Many people spend their lives reacting. They react to stress. They react to expectations. They react to the pressures of the world. Reacting leaves you feeling powerless, but when you live with intention, you make choices that reflect who you want to become, not who circumstances try to force you to be. To build a life you are proud of, begin with self-honesty. Look at your life with clear eyes. Ask yourself simple but powerful questions. What truly matters to me? What am I avoiding? What do I want my future to feel like? These questions open a door to deeper awareness. They help you see what must change and what must grow. Once you gain clarity, move into alignment. Alignment means living in a way that reflects your core values. If you value health, take care of your body. If you value learning, feed your mind daily. If you value relationships, give your time and attention to the people who matter. When your actions match your values, your life feels steady and meaningful. Let me share a story that shows the power of alignment. A man once lived a life that looked successful on the outside. He had a strong career, a busy schedule and the respect of others. But inside, he felt empty. He realized he was living according to expectations, not according to his own values. So he made small changes. He spent more time with his family. He pursued a hobby he once loved. He slowed down his mornings and reflected each night. These small shifts brought him back into alignment with himself. He said, "For the first time in years my life feels like it belongs to me." That is what alignment creates. A life that feels like your own. Another important part of building a life you are proud of is growth. Growth does not require dramatic actions. It comes from learning a little each day, from improving one small habit, from challenging your old patterns, from asking more of yourself when you know you can do better. Growth is steady, patient and powerful. Growth also requires courage. You must be willing to make choices that challenge your comfort. You must be willing to let go of habits that no longer serve you. You must be willing to leave behind environments that limit you. This is not easy, but it is necessary. A proud life is built on brave decisions. Another key ingredient is contribution. A life you are proud of includes giving something to others. This does not mean grand gestures. Kindness counts. Encouragement counts. Listening counts. Helping someone when they need support counts. Contribution gives your days a deeper meaning and connects you to something larger than yourself. Your environment also shapes your life. Surround yourself with people who support your growth, not those who drain your energy. Choose spaces that help you focus and feel calm. Build routines that give you structure and strength. Your environment should support the person you want to become. A proud life is also built through daily reflection. Even a few minutes of reflection helps you stay on the right path. Ask yourself each night, did I live today in a way that aligns with my future? This question keeps you accountable. It guides your actions. It helps you make adjustments with clarity and purpose. To build a life you are proud of, you must also learn to be patient with yourself. Growth takes time. Healing takes time. Change takes time. Be gentle with your progress. Celebrate small victories. Respect your journey. A proud life is not built overnight. It is built brick by brick, choice by choice, step by step. Let me share one more story. A woman once struggled with feeling lost. She didn't know what she wanted. She felt overwhelmed by responsibilities and expectations. One evening she wrote down a simple promise. I will improve one thing at a time. She committed to small steps. Cleaning one space, reading one page, making one better decision, saying no when she needed rest, saying yes when she needed growth. A year later she said, My life feels new, but the change was slow and steady. Her transformation came from consistency, clarity, and intention. A proud life is not measured by achievements alone. It is measured by how you live, by how you treat others, by how you treat yourself, by the strength of your character, by the choices you make when life becomes difficult. As you continue your journey, remember this: you are building something meaningful each day. Every routine you follow, every habit you strengthen, every choice you make with purpose, all of it adds up. All of it shapes your future. You have the power to create a life that feels true to who you are. A life filled with clarity. A life filled with intention. A life filled with steady, honest growth. Build your days with care. Build your habits with purpose. Build your character with patience. And over time you will build a life you are proud of. A life that reflects your values. A life that strengthens your spirit. A life that inspires others. A life that belongs fully to you. This is the journey you have begun, and this is the life you are ready to build. Conclusion. How to win every day. You have reached the end of this journey. A journey built one idea at a time, one choice at a time, one small action at a time. And now you understand the truth at the heart of this book. You do not need to change your entire life in one moment. You only need to win the day. Winning the day is not about perfection. It is about intention. It is about showing up with purpose, even when the world feels heavy. It is about steady growth, patient progress, and the quiet discipline that moves you forward when no one sees the effort. Throughout this book, you have explored the pieces that shape a successful day. You learned the power of a clear morning. You discovered how to build a routine that supports your life instead of straining it. You learned how to use your first hour to gain momentum. You saw the impact of small wins and the strength they give you. You developed the tools to protect your focus. You understood how movement uplifts your mind. You learned to feed your thoughts with purpose. You practiced using your evenings to reset. You explored how to stay consistent through hard days. And finally, you began shaping a life you can be proud of. Each chapter gave you something valuable: a habit, a mindset, a shift in perspective, a practical tool you can use today. These pieces work together. They form a framework for daily success, and when you apply them consistently, they reshape the way you live. Winning every day is not dramatic. It is not loud. It is not about sudden breakthroughs. It is about living with intention in the simple moments. It is about giving your best in the small things. It is about choosing clarity over chaos and growth over resistance. There will still be hard days. There will still be moments when you feel tired, distracted, or discouraged. But now you have a strategy. You know what to do. You know how to slow down, reset, and find your direction again. You know how to protect your energy and focus. You know how to stay consistent, even when your pace changes. Remember this: success is built quietly. It grows from the habits you repeat, not the ideas you admire. It grows from the choices you make when no one else is around. It grows from the person you become through steady daily action. You are capable of far more than you realize. You have the power to design your days with clarity. You have the ability to create routines that support your goals. You have the strength to stay grounded during chaos. You have the courage to build a future that reflects who you truly are. As you move forward, keep this thought close. Winning the day is a lifelong practice. It does not end with this book. It begins here. Every morning gives you a new chance. Every evening gives you a new reset. Every day gives you a new opportunity to grow, to improve, and to move closer to the life you want. Use what you have learned. Start small. Stay intentional. Stay patient. Stay consistent. And trust that your daily victories, no matter how simple, are shaping a stronger, wiser, and more purposeful version of you. Thank you for taking this journey. Thank you for investing in yourself. Thank you for choosing to build a life of clarity, discipline, and meaning. Now step forward with confidence. Win today, win tomorrow, and continue winning every day of your life.